The series starts with James Cole and his companion, Jose Ramsey, navigating a post-apocalyptic 2043. They enter a CDC facility where Cole finds a broken watch on a staff member's remains. In 2013, Cassandra Rayleigh delivered a presentation on epidemic preparedness. Afterward, she calls her boyfriend, Aaron Marker, and notices a man in her back seat. The man, Cole, tells her to drive to an industrial area and reveals he knows intimate details about her. He claims to be from 2043 and warns that a plague will wipe out most of humanity in 2017. Cole shows Cassandra a watch, scratches it, and the same scratch appears on his watch from the future. As police approach, Cole tells Cassandra to meet him at the John Adams Hotel in Philadelphia in 2 years. 2 years later, Cassandra waits at the hotel but decides to leave when Cole suddenly appears, still bleeding from his gunshot wound. She helps him to her room and treats his injury. Cole explains that in 2017, a plague wiped out 7 billion people. The virus mutated, killing even more, with only a few immune survivors left, many becoming scavengers. Cole informs Cassie about a corrupted voice message she sent in the future. Surprised, Cassie admits she couldn't identify Leland Frost and sought help from a family friend. They visit Jeremy, a former NSA employee who owed Cassie's father a favor. Jeremy reveals Leland Frost is actually Leland Goins, the CEO of the Markridge Group, which is developing biological and chemical weapons for the military. Cassandra arranges for them to attend a party in Washington, D.C., where they run into her ex-lover, Aaron Marker, now an aide to a senator. Cole discreetly disables a security guard and takes his weapon, while Cassie confronts Aaron about his disbelief regarding Cole. Eventually, Cole and Cassie meet Leland Goins and his scientist, Oliver Peters. Goins mentions Peters likes to play God. Cole attempts to kill Goins, but is quickly restrained. Both are arrested and transferred to Markridge custody. Peters examines Cole, noting his body is in overdrive and his brain activity resembles someone working on complex problems. He describes Cole as a flesh and blood molecular computer. Confined together, Cole tells Cassie he will be splintering soon and asks for her watch. Goins enters, recounting that he saw Cole in 1987 and that Cole hasn't aged. Goins plans to dissect Cole and considers Cassie expendable. Cole proposes a demonstration. Goins agrees, and Cole places both iterations of Cassie's watch in contact, triggering a temporal storm. Amidst the chaos, Cole carries Cassie into the corridor. The storm causes objects to fly, and Goins, wielding an automatic pistol, misses Cole and collapses. Cole seizes the opportunity, grabs Goins' weapon, and kills him. Neither Cole nor Cassie can fathom why Cole did not vanish when Goins died. Cole spots a single watch and hands it back to Cassie, advising her to keep it safe because it's going to save our ass again a minute ago. He instructs Cassie to get as far away as possible and hide. As she exits the building, Cole splinters. Upon returning to 2043, Cole is greeted by Ramsey and confronted by Jones for failing his mission. Cole explains he killed Goins, but it didn't change anything. He notices new graphics on the project wall related to the Army of the 12 Monkeys, realizing the mission's complexity. In 2015, at the J.D. People's Mental Hospital, a man informs Jennifer Goins of her father's death, but she only laughs and continues drawing a monkey's face. In 2043, Jones and her team listen to Cassandra Rayleigh's message, noting a reference to the Army of the 12 Monkeys. Jones sends Cole and Ramsey to investigate a mental institution linked to the Army. After battling scavengers, they find the monkey symbol drawn by Jennifer in 2015. Cole prepares to splinter to 2015 to gather information from Jennifer, who was in the hospital for murdering co-workers in 2011. Despite Jones's order to avoid Cassandra, Cole ends up in North Korea in 2006, where he's interrogated by soldiers who find a sticky note with the psychiatric hospital's address. Jones and the team slingshot Cole to 2015, where he pretends to be mentally ill to get close to Jennifer. He learns she knows the location of her father's secret lab, the night room. Jennifer ties Cole to her bed and reveals that she and one other person know the lab's location. She calls the staff, falsely claiming Cole tried to hurt her, and he's removed. Cassandra, using information from Aaron, arrives and helps Cole escape. Jennifer is kidnapped by a pallid man who knows Cole's name. Cole and Cassie try to stop him, but he succeeds. It's revealed the pallid man, not Jennifer, killed the night room workers and framed her. At Cassie's temporary home, they review Jennifer's connection to the night room and realize another person escaped. Cole splinters away. In 2043, Cole reports to Jones about Jennifer's kidnapping and the night room. Jones confronts him with evidence of Cassie's involvement. Cole reassures her that Cassie was helpful. In 2015, the pallid man gives Jennifer a hallucination-inducing tea. Cole teaches Cassandra to shoot a gun, but she's called to the police station about Jennifer's abduction. She recognizes a murdered lab worker, Dr. Henri Toussaint, from an epidemic in Haiti. Cassandra returns to the CDC where she worked before. Her supervisor invites her to resume work, but she declines, asking about Dr. Toussaint. She learns he was killed in 2014, around the time she left Haiti. Determined to find the night room, Cole decides to travel back to 2014 to speak with Toussaint. Cassandra warns him to avoid interacting with the earlier version of herself. Cole returns to 2043 and is debriefed by Jones, who agrees with his plan to travel to Haiti to interview Toussaint. Ramsey informs Cole about nearby scavengers and has a tense exchange with Whitley, one of Jones's soldiers. Jones warns Cole about unusual solar flare activity in 2014 that could interfere with his mission and emphasizes avoiding Cassandra to prevent timeline issues. In 2014, Cassandra argues with Aaron about her decision to go to Haiti. Despite his concerns, she insists her skills are needed and decides to go. In Haiti, she reunites with Jules and meets Henri Toussaint. Their work is disrupted by an armed man demanding treatment for his daughter. Cassandra insists on quarantining the area to prevent disease spread. That night, she and Toussaint bond over drinks, leading to intimacy. In 2043, Ramsey and Whitley patrol the perimeter. Whitley is attacked by a woman but is knocked out by Ramsey before he can react. The woman turns out to be Max, an old acquaintance of Ramsey. Cole arrives in 2014 but intermittently blinks in and out due to solar flares. At the clinic, Cassandra finds their medicine stolen. Toussaint suggests a local woman with antibiotics might help. Cole, posing as a patient, tries to persuade Toussaint to leave with him, fabricating a story about a nearby family needing treatment. When Cassandra approaches, Cole flees to avoid being seen. Cassandra recommends quarantining the area to prevent a pandemic, and Toussaint agrees to search for more medicine, with Cole secretly following. Toussaint attacks Cole, thinking he's with the group that murdered his coworkers. Cole pulls a gun and claims to be a friend of Jennifer Goines. Toussaint, still wary, proposes a deal. If Cole lets him treat the patients, he will reveal the night room's location. In 2043, Ramsey holds Max at gunpoint, questioning her about Deacon and the Seven. Max claims to have left the Seven, but Ramsey is skeptical. Max pleads to stay for a few days, but Ramsey refuses. In 2014, Toussaint tells Cole he and Jennifer were developing a powerful virus for Markridge as part of a gene therapy project. While gathering medicine, the pallid man and his henchmen appear. Cole kills the henchman, and Toussaint escapes, pursued by the pallid man. Cole follows and attacks the pallid man, giving him a distinctive scar. Toussaint admits he doesn't know the night room's location, but suggests tracking new decontamination equipment. At the clinic, conditions worsen, and Cassandra panics, fearing the plague Cole warned about. She suggests using lethal force to enforce quarantine, alarming Jules. He reassures her that the illness is river fever, not a new plague. Cassandra later apologizes to Jules, and he advises her to rest. Cole, watching from the shadows, disappears. In 2015, Cole updated Cassandra on Haiti. She feels guilty about Toussaint's death, not knowing Cole accidentally shot him. She decides to rejoin the CDC to help find the night room. In 2043, Ramsey warns Cole that Deacon is nearby with a large force. Max informs Deacon about finding Cole and a place with shelter and power. Cole and Cassandra's relationship strains due to their complex situation. Cassie feels disadvantaged as Cole knows her future, but he remains reluctant to share his past. Their search for the night room becomes urgent, especially since the army of the 12 monkeys has Jennifer. In 2032, a flashback shows Cole and Ramsey starving and encountering a dog they can't kill. In 2043, Cole returns to help fight off West 7. Whitley takes Cole and Ramsey to the roof to survey defenses. They discuss Cole's feelings for Cassie. Back in 2032, Cole and Ramsey join West 7, a group of ruthless, virus-immune survivors led by Deacon. In 2043, the invasion began. Initially, they believe they've repelled the attackers, but realize West 7 knows about secret tunnels. The attackers pour in, catching them off guard, intensifying the battle for control of the facility. In the hallway of the laboratory, Deacon, the leader of West 7th, recognizes Cole as Cole is hurriedly escorting Jones to secure the time machine. Meanwhile, Ramsey rushes to find a way to seal off the doors, but encounters West 7 henchmen. He radios Cole, saying it's over, before being fatally shot. In a desperate move, Jones leaps into action, placing Cole into the time machine, aiming to send him back to 2015 to stay with Dr. Rayleigh for good. In a flash sideways to 2035, Cole and Ramsey are full-fledged members of West 7. Their involvement often includes killing while stealing supplies and food from other scavenger groups. One day, Ramsey argued with Deacon, saying that they shouldn't kill the people they are stealing from. During this time, Cole and Max are in love, and despite the violence, their relationship is a bright spot in their harsh lives. One day, Deacon confronts Cole about Ramsey, voicing concerns about his loyalty. Cole defends his friend, but Deacon issues an ultimatum. Ramsey must go, and Cole has to eliminate him. Unable to murder his friend, Cole approaches Ramsey with a plan to kill Deacon. Ramsey insists they can't take on the whole crew, calling it suicide. They decide to flee together, choosing their bond over loyalty to Deacon and West 7. In a twist, it turns out Jones didn't send Cole back to 2015, but only 2 days back to potentially stop the attack on the lab. Cole is captured by West 7, and Deacon tortures him with a hallucinogenic drug. Under its influence, Cole inadvertently reveals to Max how to access the building through exhaust tunnels. Once Deacon leaves, Max helps Cole escape. He explains why he left West 7, he couldn't kill his friend, and asks her to help bring down Deacon. They set out together. Inside the facility, Cole sees his future self from 2 days later, risking a timeline fracture. He realizes Max's earlier call was her warning. Cole sends Max to save Jones and rushes to prevent Ramsey's death. In a tense sequence, Max saves Jones and Cole rescues Ramsey. Just as he succeeds, Cole jumps back to the past, securing the facility. The time machine wasn't designed for such short jumps. The previous event was a lucky malfunction. With the crisis averted, Jones allows Max to stay at the facility, adding a new dynamic to the group. Cole is now torn between two women, Max in the present and Cassie in the past. When Cole returns to 2015, Cassie greets him with news. She's found the night room, reigniting their mission. In 2011, Jennifer Goines is brought to the night room, a secure lab holding her father's secret. In 2015, she's again in the night room with different kidnappers, the Pallid Man and his crew, demanding to know the lab's location. In 2043, Cole prepares to jump back to 2015 to locate the night room. Before the jump, Cole shares with Jones his pre-jump ritual of having a drink with Ramsey. Jones joins them for this ritual. During their conversation, Jones reveals she was married briefly and explains that if Cole succeeds in changing the timeline, they will all cease to exist, highlighting the high stakes of their mission. Their camaraderie is interrupted when the time machine core partially melts down and explodes. Despite this, Jones and Cole insist it must be operational by the next day. Ramsey expresses concern about their recklessness, but with no time to lose, Cole jumps to 2015. In 2015, Cole and Cassie investigate a building disguised as a restaurant supply business, which Cassie believes is the night room. They break in, encounter lab technician Ivan, and are captured by the army of the 12 monkeys. The army locks them in the night room while searching for the virus. Ivan explains that accessing the virus vault requires activating a failsafe system, which incinerates everything inside by raising the temperature to 1800 degrees. This process involves throwing 2 switches simultaneously, one of which is located near the vault and would be a suicide mission. The army takes Ivan, leaving Cassie and Cole alone. The Pallid Man interrogates and kills Ivan upon learning the vault cannot be opened by anyone currently at the facility. Cassie and Cole must figure out how to prevent the virus from being taken. In 2043, Ramsey and Max worry about Cole's whereabouts, but Jones is tight-lipped. Max tells Ramsey about the legends of an evil German doctor within West 7, leading Ramsey to realize how little he knows about Jones's past. Back in 2015, the army of the 12 monkeys brings Jennifer Goines to help access the vault. The Pallid Man tortures Cole by shoving bamboo under his fingernails, rambling about the witness, the mastermind behind the army's plans. Cassie learns it was Cole who killed Henri in Haiti, shaking her deeply. After enduring torture, Cole and Cassie find Jennifer cowering in a corner. In 2043, Ramsey snoops in Jones's lab and discovers disturbing details about the time machine's creation, including people being killed during its development and others being lost in time. In 2015, the Pallid Man opens the vault, revealing the origin of the virus, a skeletal figure that birthed the deadly strain. Jennifer reveals the vault has a failsafe system that incinerates anyone who gets too close and alerts Markridge security. However, the Pallid Man insists Jennifer is needed to retrieve the virus, putting her in immediate danger. In 2043, Jones confesses to Ramsey that she had to send samples back in time to complete the project. Ramsey urges her to consider giving up, arguing it's not working. Jones explains her goal is to recover lost ideas ideas and knowledge that vanished with humanity's downfall, and she promises not to let Cole die like the others. In 2015, the Pallid Man demands Jennifer provide the failsafe codes to deactivate the system. Jennifer learns it was Cole who murdered her father. In the lab, Cassie is furious and distraught, no longer trusting Cole after discovering he killed Henri and lied about it. Cole delivers a heartfelt monologue, grappling with his actions and seeking forgiveness for the killings, even though he feels unworthy of it. Just then, Jennifer enters the lab. Contrary to what anyone might expect, she thanks Cole for killing her father, expressing relief and gratitude rather than anger or betrayal. When Jennifer enters the codes for the locked door, Cole realizes that she also has the codes for the vault, giving them a chance to destroy it. Cassie heads back upstairs to get a mask, while Jennifer begins to unravel mentally. In her unstable state, Jennifer enters the failsafe code, but they quickly realize that the army of the 12 monkeys is still present. The Pallid Man had deceived them about leaving due to the imminent arrival of Markridge security forces. Cassie is cornered upstairs while the rest of the men come for Cole and Jennifer. As chaos unfolds, Cole feels sudden pain when the virus remains are wheeled near him. Jennifer cryptically comments, "There's something about its eyes." Cole signals Cassie to activate the failsafe, which involves setting the remains of the army on fire, sparing only the Pallid Man, who is upstairs with Cassie. Cole and Jennifer take shelter in the vault as the failsafe triggers, incinerating everything else. In 2043, Max confronts Ramsay about what he discovered in Jones's room, but Ramsay remains tight-lipped. In 2015, the army of the 12 monkeys takes Cassie hostage, and Cole begins to splinter. He is pulled back to 2043, finding himself in an altered timeline where Westa 7 controls the temporal facility. In this version of 2043, the time machine is a laundry room. Cole encounters unfamiliar faces, including Jones, now a repair technician. She doesn't recognize him, but after examining the marks on his hand, she realizes Cole is caught in a time loop. Cole discovers that Cassie has been killed in this timeline, a pivotal event that altered history. Cole seeks out the leader Ramsay, now wearing an eye patch. Initially skeptical, Ramsay recounts how events unfolded differently. Cole convinces Ramsay to let him reactivate the time machine to fix the timeline. During the process, Whitley, fearful and distrustful, shoots Jones. Cole jumps back to 2015 just in time. With a warning from the alternate Jones, there must be sacrifice. Back in 2015, Cassie's ex-boyfriend Aaron, an assistant to Senator Royce, is dealing with a cyber terrorist named Adam Wexler. Cole appears and, mentioning Operation Troy, convinces Aaron to help rescue Cassie. They head to the night room as Cassie is let out by the Pallid Man. Aaron accidentally shoots Cole, who begins to splinter. Cole recalls being stitched up by Jones, and a new scar appears with a recollection of the car's license plate that took Cassie. Using this information, Aaron tracks the vehicle and helps rescue Cassie. The Pallid Man, conversing with a mysterious woman, discusses preparing Dr. Rayleigh. The woman asserts that the witness has spoken. Cassie is crucial to their plans. Cole deduces that the van used to abduct Cassie was for landscaping. This clue leads them to a greenhouse. Cassie meets the mysterious woman who forces her to drink a potion, causing hallucinations of a red forest with tall grass, where she encounters the witness. At the greenhouse, Cole and Aaron beat up a henchman who reveals Cassie's location. They stage a daring rescue, saving Cassie from the Pallid Man, the witness, and the mysterious woman. Aaron and Cassie agree to continue searching for the virus source, believing the next clue lies in Operation Troy. Back in 2043, Cole debriefs Jones and her team, emphasizing the need to focus on Operation Troy. Jones warns him about the sacrifice and tells him that if he succeeds, it won't matter. However, she also cautions that he only has a few jumps left before the process kills him, highlighting the mission's urgency and danger. In a reflective voiceover, Cole speaks to an unidentified person saying, "I'm still here," and expressing that it was nice getting to know you. He also reveals a piece of information about the keys. Meanwhile, in 2015, a government official discusses the origin body, the same one from the night room, revealing it was discovered in the Himalayas and the virus extracted from it has been weaponized to deploy in Chechnya. The officials, relying on Leland Goins's assurance, believe the virus will be controllable due to its rapid lethality and geographic isolation. Cassie, haunted by flashbacks of the Pallid Man's red forest, accidentally accidentally burns her hand, prompting Cole to intervene. Determined, Cole and Cassie decide to speak with Dr. Garrett for more insight. They attend a function where he is expected to be. While there, Cole momentarily enjoys the surroundings, but Cassie remains focused. During a dance, Cassie spots Dr. Garrett and asks him about a symbol on an item Cole retrieved from the greenhouse. Garrett reveals it's a religious symbol from a secretive sect in Chechnya and advises Cassie to leave it be. Aaron, joining them, reveals that Adam Wexler, a whistleblower, is rumored to be hiding in Chechnya. Cassie hypothesizes that the CIA plans to use the virus to eliminate Wexler. Cole deduces that the Army of the 12 Monkeys likely intends to intercept the virus. Feeling another splinter coming on, Cole instructs Cassie and Aaron to gather information before he returns. Cassie heads to work, while Aaron sneaks into a senator's office to steal a secret jump drive. Meanwhile, Cole, now in Chechnya, calls Cassie, explaining Operation Troy is underway. Following the man with the virus case into the woods, Cole witnesses the man being shot by a sniper. He ducks behind a rock and calls Cassie again, seeking a way to destroy the virus. Pursued by the sniper, Cole manages to impale him and takes cover in an abandoned house. Calling Cassie once more, he is quickly surrounded by masked soldiers and captured, brought to Adam Wexler. Cassie and Aaron inform the CIA about the compromised Operation Troy. Wexler, skeptical of Cole's warning, opens the case, releasing the virus into the air. Back at the CIA, a senator gives Aaron a stern talking to, while Cassie re-enters with an operations command officer, emphasizing the need to help Cole stop the virus. In Europe, Cole and Wexler discuss the situation. Cole warns that if Wexler walks out, it's over for humanity. As the virus spreads, the men around them start to die, except for Cole, who is immune. Wexler, as his symptoms intensify, starts considering infecting the world to start over. Cole warns him that the aftermath won't be what he's thinking. A Chechen soldier enters and informs them that Wexler has been traded to the Russian government in exchange for a medical helicopter. Gunfire breaks out and everyone is shot, including Cole, though his injuries are not life-threatening. Wexler survives and kills the final Chechen soldier. Cole calls Cassie, instructing her to bomb the building even though he can't escape. The line goes dead. Cole talks to Wexler, who reveals knowledge about the Army of the 12 Monkeys and an incident in 1987 with Leland Goins. Cassie keeps Cole on the line so his location can be traced for the bomb drop. Cole tells Cassie not to inform his future self about this day, sharing things that will only make sense later. They stay on the phone until the bomb drops with Cole inside. Cassie faces reprimand from a government official, but Aaron and the operations command officer agree to keep things quiet, ensuring Cassie and Aaron won't be prosecuted. Aaron destroys evidence related to Cole and the virus, advising Cassie against warning Cole when he returns to avoid compromising their mission. When Cole returns as scheduled, Aaron sticks to the script, telling him about the virus drop and providing necessary information. Cassie struggles with the idea of letting Cole die for the greater good, but ultimately follows the script, saying goodbye before he splinters. Cole hasn't returned from Chechnya, and Jones and Ramsey grow worried. Jones confides in Ramsey about surviving a political uprising led by Colonel Foster. She explains that preventing the virus outbreak is the only way to cure the plague. Jones reveals there were two power cores, with her taking one and Foster the other, and warns that another mutation could be fatal even for those currently immune. In 2015, Cole wakes up injured but alive in the blown-up house in Chechnya. He struggles to remove a bullet from his leg and calls for help. A girl and her father respond, asking if anyone knows he's there. Aaron and Cassie meet with Senator Royce, seeking confirmation about the drone strike's survivors. Royce reluctantly informs them that Cole's body was never found. Cassie requests to go to Chechnya under the guise of a CDC operation to confirm the area is clear. Back in 2043, Whitley and Ramsey prepare to confront Foster. Whitley reveals that Foster's head of security is his father. In Foster's facility, Foster sarcastically questions why the timeline hasn't been corrected, unaware the Splinter program worked. When they request the second core, Foster declines, explaining they are using it to engineer a vaccine to cure the plague. In 2015, the girl and her father help Cole. Inside Foster's facility, Ramsey recognizes a woman named Amanda from his past. Amanda, now a lab tech, introduces Ramsey to Sam, her 5-year-old son, revealing he is likely Ramsey's child. Back at the compound, Jones launches a mission to splinter Cole back, using all remaining energy. The attempt fails with an explosion, leaving only 48 hours of power, Cassie prepares to leave for Chechnya. Aaron supports her decision, but declines to join her, believing she needs to undertake this mission alone. They share a kiss. In 2015, Cole talks to a little girl whose father has gone for help. She is sick, presumably with the virus. Cole asks her to call Cassie, but she assures him that help will arrive soon. Jones dines with Foster, who assumes she wants his stabilizer for their core. Jones corrects him. She's there to take the entire core. Foster offers the core in exchange for her services to find a cure. Jones insists there is no cure, reminding him of the murders he committed in the name of hope. She presents photos of Foster and his wife, revealing her man retrieved them from the past. Foster burns the photos, remaining unmoved. Elsewhere, Ramsey and Elena share a heartfelt conversation and a kiss, with Ramsey promising to return. Tempted by the possibility of a cure, Ramsey points out to Jones that they need Foster's deal to get Cole back. Whitley tries to convince Jones to accept the deal, but she decides they will steal the core by any means necessary, setting up a confrontation with Foster. In Chechnya, Cassie searches for Cole. Men in hazmat suits pull Cole out, while Cassie sees nothing at the blast site. Cole realizes he accidentally jumped 2 years forward. Bloodied and bruised, he sees the plague's devastation and understands their efforts failed. Cole stumbles through plague-ravaged Chechnya in 2017, seeing Cassie on TV pleading for immune individuals to come to Baltimore. The CDC has fallen and she's working on a vaccine. In 2043, Jones explains to her team that Foster lied about a cure to maintain hope. She pleads with them to acquire Foster's core to get Cole back. Surprisingly, Whitley supports her despite opposing his father. Realizing the impending conflict, Ramsey begs Elena to come with him to protect her and their son Sam. Elena agrees but insists on grabbing something from the lab first. Flashing back to 2041, Cole and Ramsey, freezing and starving, stumble upon a group and are captured by guards, including Whitley, who beats them. In 2017, Cole follows crowds trying to enter a safe zone. Identifying himself as American and immune, he is escorted to a vehicle where a U.S. Army officer awaits, informing him a chopper is waiting. Whitley confronts his father about Foster's deceit, begging him to reconsider. Meanwhile, in the lab, Foster catches Ramsey and Elena, handcuffing Ramsey to a desk and confronting Elena about her perceived betrayal. Called away by a guard, Foster leaves Elena to pick the lock on Ramsey's handcuffs. In 2043, Jones waits for Foster in his office, making it clear she intends to take his core, whether he gives it to her or she takes it. In 2041, as Whitley is beating Cole and Ramsey, Jones arrives and orders him to stop, recognizing the name Cole as the person she's been waiting for based on a transmission. In 2017, Cole witnesses the anger and desperation of the people suffering from the plague as he is escorted to the chopper from his vehicle. The masses are furious, believing that those who are immune have access to a cure that is being deliberately hidden from them. As Cole makes his way through the chaotic crowd, he spots Jennifer Goines, preaching in full crazy mode to a small group of people, adding to the chaos with her enigmatic proclamations. Amidst the turmoil, Cole finally reunites with Cassie inside the secure zone. He went to her and hugged her. In 2043, Jones and Foster have a conversation about art, space, literature, and life, but Jones remains steadfast. Unmoved by their former relationship, she pulls out a gun and shoots him. After Jones kills Foster, the situation becomes extremely volatile. Whitley's father, realizing the truth about Foster's lies, sides with Jones and helps lead the assault on Spearhead. Amidst the chaos, Elena manages to free Ramsey, but they find themselves trapped in the lab as gunfire erupts in the hallway. In 2041, Jones plays the transmission for Ramsey and Cole. Cole is skeptical, pointing out that there are many people named Cole, but Jones is convinced he is the one. She shows him the time machine and explains that the virus will continue to mutate until it wipes out humanity. She tells him that he is the key to stopping it and she needs his help. However, she also warns that their mission will come at a price. Cole, overwhelmed and distrustful, tells her to go to hell. Jones and Whitley continue their intense battle through the corridors of Spearhead, determined to reach the core. In the midst of the conflict, Whitley's father is tragically killed. Back in the present, as the situation intensifies, Jones and her team brace for the repercussions of her drastic actions, knowing that the path they're on is fraught with danger and moral compromises. In 2017, Cassie, visibly tired and sick, finds Cole. She hints at significant developments in their relationship and mission, but collapses before revealing more. After a fierce assault, Jones and her team secure the core and prepare to return to the facility. Elena and Ramsey find a hideout. Elena expresses doubts about Jones's intentions and suggests Foster's efforts to find a cure were genuine. In the lab, Jones sets fire to a paper, revealing Foster had found a cure. Cassie regains consciousness and asks Cole about the Red Forest, then gives him a paper with an address, saying his life depends on it. Knowing she is dying, she tells Cole he will find the answers he seeks and then dies in his arms. Cole realizes he is about to splinter, and as he does, the scratch on Cassie's watch disappears, signifying a timeline change. He returns to 2043 and tells Jones what happened. In 2041, Ramsey and Cole argued about Jones. Cole, frustrated by the lack of resources, wants to leave, but Ramsey believes they should consider Jones's plan. Ramsey fires his gun, attracting guards, and tells Cole he is saving him. In 2043, tensions run high when Ramsey and Cole reunite. Cole defends Jones's actions, but Ramsey is livid about the lives sacrificed and Jones's lies about Foster's cure. Ramsey reveals he found Elena and their child and argues that their efforts aren't working, urging Cole to stop. Cole, driven by what he witnessed in 2017, refuses. Ramsey insists the plague is inevitable and now has a reason to fight for his son, but Cole remains adamant, believing the mission must continue. Ramsey grabs loaded syringes, punches out a scientist, and sets the lab on fire, ensuring the scientist's safety before leaving. Back in 2015, Cassie and Aaron, back together, are making dinner when Cole suddenly arrives. Aaron, distraught, asks, "It's not over?" Cassie runs through their actions, destroying the virus in Chechnya, burning the Origin body, killing Leland, and destroying the night room, questioning what is left. Aaron, frustrated, points out that Cole's efforts have cost Cassie her life multiple times without a definitive solution. Cassie and Cole drive together, with Cassie losing hope that they will be able to beat the plague. Cole expresses his concern about Ramsey. Later, they break into an abandoned lab, only to find a dead scientist covered in flowers. Similar to how Cassie found Jeremy earlier in the season. It's not the scientist they're looking for, Peters, but his husband. The pallid man has already been there and stolen the hard drives. They realize that while they've destroyed the virus multiple times, they haven't stopped the person who created it. This realization makes the creator their new primary target. Meanwhile, Cole's health continues to deteriorate. He experiences nosebleeds and strange flashbacks, indicating that time travel is taking a severe toll on him. In the lab, Cassie discovers Peter's private journal, filled with notes on the plague. They sit down for a drink and review the journal, piecing together clues. They discover the Origin was found in the Himalayas, and Goins claimed to have met Cole in 1987, which hasn't happened yet. They also find references to Japanese writing and a connection to the White Dragon, a nightclub in Tokyo, believed to be the starting point. Cole is hopeful, but Cassie, distressed by his unexpected return, starts drinking heavily. Cole returns to 2043 to find the lab torched. Jones is furious, and Cole collapses from exhaustion. Meanwhile, Ramsey lives in a camp with Elena, explaining that the syringes he took are crucial for Cole's time travel. Their life is far from ideal, always on guard and living in tents. A new group, the Daughters, appears bearing the symbol of the Army of the 12 Monkeys. Jones tells Cole his body is deteriorating and needs treatment. Impatient, Cole wants to find Ramsey, but Jones insists on sending Whitley instead, promising not to kill Ramsey. Jones briefs Whitley, emphasizing the importance of the injections. Ramsey confronts the Daughters about their symbol and meets an aged Jennifer Goins. In 2015, Cassie and Aaron discuss their situation. Aaron is skeptical of Cole, but Cassie asserts that without Cole's success, they won't have a future together. Back in 2043, Cole undergoes treatment to stabilize his condition. Ramsey talks to Jennifer, who reveals that the witness is the key to stopping the plague. She gives Ramsey a medallion saying it will change his life forever. Whitley and his guards enter the camp, searching for Ramsey's belongings, but the injections are missing. In the chaos, Elena is accidentally shot by one of Whitley's men. Whitley, realizing the gravity of the situation, shoots the soldier to prevent further bloodshed. When Ramsey learns what happened, he remains composed and comforts his son, Sam. He promises to return for him, grabs the injections, and heads for the compound. Whitley reports the incident to Jones, but refuses to pursue Ramsey, acknowledging his need to be a father. In 2015, Cassie and Aaron wait outside a facility where Cassie believes tests on a specific monkey are taking place. She finds Dr. Peters in a squalid lab and demands the virus's whereabouts. Peters reveals the virus is gone, but can be recreated, urging Cassie to kill him. She can't bring herself to do it. Outside, Aaron is confronted by Olivia, who asks what he will do to keep Cassie alive, emphasizing her importance. In 2043, Ramsey arrives at the compound and is led in by Whitley. Ramsey asks to speak with Jones, but then grabs a gun and shoots Whitley's guards, sparing Whitley. Jones announces they need to wake Cole and splinter him to 1987 immediately. As she prepares the machine, Ramsey bursts in, shooting a soldier and holding Jones at gunpoint. He places a bomb on the splinter machine. Max runs in and pleads with Ramsey to reconsider, but he remains resolute. Max shoots at Ramsey while Jones takes the bomb and runs out. Ramsey shoots Max, but both women escape, trapping Ramsey in the room with the splinter machine. Frustrated, Ramsey injects himself with the serum and tells the wounded scientist to send him back to the past if he wants to live. As Ramsey prepares for his journey, Cole arrives just in time to see Max succumb to her bullet wound. Meanwhile, Cassie and Aaron are in a bar discussing the recent events and trying to make sense of everything. Heartbroken, Cole and Jones have a serious conversation. She informs him he has only one jump left, and it's critical. He must go to 1987 and be prepared for Ramsey to try and stop him. Cole realizes he might have to kill Ramsey to succeed. In 1987, Tokyo, Ramsey arrives moments before Cole hides. At a Tokyo nightclub, Goins scrutinizes the origin but deems it unworthy. Cole intercepts him, demanding information about the virus, but Goins is unaware of its existence. Ramsey tackles Cole and a fierce brawl ensues. Goins, intrigued, offers a switchblade, and Ramsey stabs Cole, sealing his fate. Goins decides to buy the origin, and Ramsey is spared. In prison, Ramsey receives a letter from Olivia, who knows about his time traveling. She offers collaboration to ensure his son's existence. Olivia supports Ramsey by sending books and items to make his sentence bearable. Ramsey outmaneuvers a tormentor by revealing him as a snitch. In 1995, Ramsey received clothes and a pendant from Jennifer Goins, along with a U.S. passport. He joins Olivia at a Virginia estate, where the amulets trigger a dramatic reaction, turning the trees red. By 2011, Ramsey, in poor condition, denies knowing Goins when they meet again. Jennifer Goins waits outside, not yet exhibiting signs of her future madness. In 2013, Olivia informs Ramsey that Henry was killed by Cole. Ramsey stays ahead of Cole, feeding the army of the 12 monkeys information on Cole's moves. Goins visits Jennifer in the mental hospital, discovering her drawings of the 12 monkeys symbol and deciding she should remain there. By 2015, Ramsey and Olivia had been orchestrating events. Aaron cooperates with Olivia, who remains uncertain about swaying Cassie. Olivia expresses concern about Cole, but Ramsey assures her he is dead. At Cassie's place, Aaron has a breakdown, arriving drunk and convinced the future is doomed. Cassie maintains hope that Cole will prevail, but Aaron is less optimistic. Senator Royce has dismissed him, and Aaron discovers Olivia is linked to a pandemic project. Jennifer Goins is led up the stairs of the luxurious estate in Virginia, held captive since her escape from the asylum. In her bedroom, Olivia appears, offering Jennifer the motherly affection she has always craved. Jennifer, overwhelmed, breaks down. However, it is revealed outside the room that this gesture is a deceitful strategy devised by Ramsey and the Pallid Man. In 2043, Jones orders Cole's splintering to 2015, despite warnings that it could break the tether and lose him forever. Cole splinters just in time to evade execution in 1987. Whitley informs Jones that Cole is lost due to the broken tether. Determined, Jones stays alone, ready to die if necessary. In 2015, Cassie finds Cole bleeding in her kitchen. With his last breaths, he reveals that Ramsey is the witness. Jones and Dr. Adler confirms that Cole made it to 2015, but is now permanently stuck in the past. A younger Jones in 2015 meets her father, discussing her move to the U.S. and career choices. Cassie forces her at gunpoint to help the sick Cole. Jones returns with a knife, questioning how Cassie got her research. Cassie begs for help, and Jones agrees to analyze Cole's blood. They realize they might regenerate adult Cole using young Cole's blood. Jones and Cassie search for young Cole, discovering Jones is pregnant and dealing with her husband's departure. In 2043, Jones and her team rebuilt the lab. She finds a business card for an auto garage. In 2015, Jones and Cassie meet Matthew Cole, who reacts to mentions of the army of the 12 monkeys. Cassie convinces him to see adult Cole, confirming their relationship. In 2043, Jones finds red ivy on the machine, prompting her to call Dr. Adler. Back in 2015, Cassie takes young James's blood while Cole stumbles into the kitchen, causing severe headaches for both. Matthew helps adult Cole back to his cot, leading to a heartfelt father-son conversation about Cole's mother and his quest for redemption. As Cole sleeps, Cassie follows Matthew outside, where Aaron tries to force her into a car. She fights back and escapes, spotting the pallid man driving by. Cassie grabs young James, and she, Jones, and Matthew flee, leaving adult Cole with the syringe. Matthew stays behind and engages the pallid man in a shootout, sacrificing himself as young James watches. The pallid man finds Cole as he injects himself with young blood, creating a paradox that blows out the windows. Cole wakes up regenerated, and he and Cassie escape. Later, Jones and Cassie drop young Cole off with social services. Jones decides to keep her baby and tells Cole the paradox has left him unable to splinter, so he must stay in 2015. Cassie asks if he's sure about leaving his younger self, and Cole reassures her. In 2043, Adler and Jones discuss the red ivy growing on the splinter machine, realizing it's not from their time. An alarm sounds, and they find Whitley at the gate with a severed head. Deacon and his group, the Blue Man Group, are killing people and need access to the facility. Deacon assures them he can get them in. Aaron is tied to a chair, bloodied as Cole hits him. Aaron refuses to yield, resenting Cole for disrupting his life. Desperate, Aaron begs Cassie to abandon Cole, but she refuses. In 2043, Whitley and Jones scrutinize the splinter machine. Whitley volunteers to attempt a journey back to 2015, but Jones declares the mission over outside. Deacon and his group prepare for an imminent assault on the facility. As Cole's interrogation continues, Cassie demands to know more about the people Aaron has allied with. Aaron mentions something about the coming of the 12 inches in a facility in Colorado meant for hiding. When Cole asks about Ramsey, Aaron doesn't recognize the name. He does, however, hint at a significant investment connection to Markridge. All the while, Aaron is subtly working to loosen the zip tie binding his wrists. Before revealing anything further, Aaron breaks free and attacks Cole. A chase ensues with Aaron wielding a makeshift fire weapon. The struggle between them ignites a fire, and Aaron becomes trapped under some shelves. Despite the danger, Cole forces Cassie to leave Aaron behind, ensuring their own safety as the fire engulfs the warehouse. Cole and Cassie sit across from each other at a bar. Cole attempts to comfort Cassie, but she appears unaffected, her resolve now hardened by their cause. They piece together that the investor Aaron mentioned is likely connected to Jennifer Goines, the new CEO of Markridge. They attend Jennifer's keynote speech, which begins normally but soon derails in classic Jennifer Goines fashion. As the attendees disperse, Cole and Cassie corner Jennifer, pressing her for information about this mysterious investor. Jennifer reveals the name Ethan Secchi, prompting Cassie to look him up on her phone. To their shock, they discover that Ethan is actually Ramsey, who is interested in a government program Cole recognizes as Project Splinter. After Cassie and Cole leave, Jennifer answers a phone call, informing the person on the other end that she has directed them to Ramsey's location. Meanwhile, Ramsey and Olivia discuss their next steps. Their mission is nearly complete, but Ramsey still needs to access the splinter machine. In 2043, Deacon collaborates with a disgruntled former employee of Spearhead, who harbors a grudge against Jones. Together, they unleash a swarm of bats that clog the compound's grid, effectively shutting down the core and allowing Deacon and his group to breach the facility. At a warehouse, the developer of the splinter technology is testing the machine. He mentions cat and mimics a German accent, cautioning about the dangers of science, revealing that this man is Jones's husband. He informs his associates that their funding has come through and then clears the room. As he confirms the machine's functionality, Ramsey and his team enter, while Cassie and Cole, observing from a distance, plan their infiltration. Cole and Cassie manage to infiltrate the warehouse where the splinter machine is housed. They decide to split up to cover more ground. Cassie ventures into a lab and is startled to find red foliage growing everywhere. It's the same scene from her earlier hallucination, known as the Red Forest. Meanwhile, Cole locates Ramsey and confronts him at gunpoint. Ramsey, taken aback, expresses disbelief as he thought he had killed Cole back in Tokyo. He explains that it took time travel to create time travel and emphasizes that there are no straight lines in their journey. Ramsey further elaborates that even if Foster had discovered a cure, they would eventually find another, stressing that his destiny lies in 2043. As Deacon and his team advance through the facility, the core reboots, bringing the system back online. They find Whitley and Jones standing by the splinter machine, with Jones poised to blow up the facility. Jones offers them the machine in exchange for the safe release of the people. She concedes that the past cannot be changed and that the present is all that matters now. Cole and Ramsey talk and, in so many words, come to an understanding. Atari. As Cole begins to lower his gun, Cassie enters and pulls hers. She has been hardened by the events and is willing to kill one to save $7 billion. The situation becomes a tense standoff with Cole, Cassie, and Ramsey's security all with weapons drawn. Cassie declares Ramsey to be the witness, a conclusion the audience has been led to believe. However, Ramsey denies this accusation, adding another layer of complexity and tension to the standoff. Lower her gun. As she starts to comply, she changes her mind and shoots Ramsey. In response, Ramsey's security guard shoots Cassie, and Cole immediately shoots the guard. Cole rushes to Cassie's side as she collapses, mortally wounded. Deacon and his group, known as the Blue Man Group, agree to let Whitley and the scientists go. Jones, now left alone, stands resolute by the splinter machine, ready to face whatever comes next. As Ramsey lies bleeding out, he manages to push the injections toward Cole and Cassie. With his last strength, he urges Cole to use the injections so that Cassie can splinter forward to 2043, where Jones might be able to save her. Cassie, realizing the gravity of the moment, says her goodbyes. Cole administers the injection, and Cassie splinters forward to 2043. Rushing back to Ramsey, Cole kneels beside him. Ramsey, his voice weak, tells Cole to find his son in the future and let him know that he tried to protect him. With that final plea, Ramsey succumbs to his wounds, leaving Cole to carry out his dying wish. Olivia is at her estate and is informed that the 12 are ready. 12 newborn babies are being prepared for a future role, set to mature over the next 28 years to begin the next cycle. These children will grow up to become the Blue Man Group, who have now seized the facility and control the splinter machine, completing their cycle. Olivia, still in 2015, believes the plan is unfolding as it should. The babies will grow, Cole will fade into obscurity, and Ramsey will die, as dictated by fate. But fate takes an unexpected turn. Cole, unable to abandon Ramsey, goes back for him, determined to save his brother's life. In the final moments, we flash forward to 2043. The leader of the Blue Man Group decides to keep Jones alive. Deacon, now escorting Jones out of the splinter room to be locked up, asks about Cole's whereabouts. Jones informs him that Cole is gone and will never return, just as Cassie suddenly splinters into 2043, astonishing everyone present. The season concluded in 2015. The interior of a private plane was being loaded with Markridge-branded cargo. A flight attendant pours a glass of champagne and inquires about the passenger's upcoming 12-city world tour. She hands the drink to Jennifer Goines, who cryptically mentions that she has work to finish.